On 13th of May, OpenAI announced GPT4o. So this is a new model and which will be available for free to all users. I earlier published one video covering this particular announcement. In this video, I'm trying to compare both GPT-4 paid model and 4o free model so that we can understand what are the differences and how both models are responding. So this is the initial experiment. After that, I will dig deeper, and also down the line, I will publish another detailed video on different aspects of both models. Now, if you follow my mouse, here I have this ChatGPT console open. So now everyday basis, OpenAI is changing some or other thing within ChatGPT console. Yesterday, when I logged in, I found there is one option, connect to Google Drive and Microsoft OneDrive. So if you notice some of the changes whenever you are accessing ChatGPT, it's fine because they are making the changes on daily basis, I would say. Now, coming back to our comparison. So what I've done, I have opened one of the web page. This is Google I/O 2024 recap. Google announced more than 20 different AI related announcements which they covered in Google I/O 2024. Check out the link in the description below. I'm also in process to record this particular video where I'll cover what are those features announced by Google also. Now, what I want to do with this web page, I will copy entire text from this website and I will ask ChatGPT to summarize it for me. So let me do that. If I just come here and press Ctrl A to select all text and then Ctrl C to copy, then I come back to ChatGPT and I use this particular prompt. Please help me to summarize below text. And then I just paste my text, whatever I copied from that website, and I hit enter. You can see now ChatGPT4o is the model which is selected. Now let me hit enter and let me show you what it comes up with. You can see it's lightning fast. It's already started generating all those updates and it completed. Now if I go and I see it covered main pointers very efficiently. If you just scroll down and see that under different heading, AI announcement, open ecosystem, Google AI Edge, mobile development, web development, full stack, everything, it just summarized. One good feature now they introduced. Here you can see one drop down. Currently it's selected as 4o, but if you click on this drop down, you'll be able to see GPT-4, GPT-3.5 also. If you are not happy with the current output and you want to check another model to generate the output, you can select it from here directly. Initially, I was thinking that I will use two different browser window where I'll compare it, but it gave this particular option very recently, and let me check on that. So if I click on GPT-4, now it will generate those responses using GPT-4. Now you can see it's a bit slow, right? Normal GPT-4, it was always slow, but GPT-4o is lightning fast. It's kind of similar speed of GPT-3.5. So that's why OpenAI also announced it's a fast model, but more intelligent model. So that's the announcement it was all about. Now you can see it generated the summary here. Here you can see GPT-4 also gave you certain bullet points only. But if I go back to the 4o, you can see now there are two different versions. If I go back to the earlier one, 4o gave all those pointers, but under the heading of the main topic. So net we can see here, compared to GPT-4, 4o related responses are much more improved. Now let's try something else. So this time we asked to summarize some text. Now let's give a prompt so that it will generate the text. So what I'll do, I just copied one prompt here. Please help me in writing a detailed blog post on time management covering best practices to improve on time management along with real life tips and tricks. Also add few books and YouTube video references so that I can understand it more. Now if I hit enter, so it is now generating that responses. Let's see how it's written. It started with a headline and all those best practices of time management, and yes, these are very properly documented blog. It's well written, and now real life tips and tricks which we requested, and then some of the references, YouTube videos on time management, and it gave link to the video also. You can see in the status bar the link of the video is also there. It added couple of videos. It also gave 3 books recommendation because we asked for books and YouTube video references both. Now again, let's see how ChatGPT4 responds and how is the quality compared to this one. So let me select on that and let's get it regenerated. Now GPT-4 also started generating the text. It's a bit slow normally than GPT-4o. Let's see. Once it will complete the entire generation, then we'll be able to compare quality of both blog posts. Okay, now it completed the generation using GPT-4 model. Let's see, it started in the similar line: best practices of the time management, real life tips and tricks, time management book references, YouTube video. There is no reference to those video links. It only mentioned the video title, so that you need to go separately to YouTube and search for this title. Yeah, net again, ChatGPT4o did the better job. If I go back to that one, it did a better job, better formatting, better way of representation, and text is also not that promotional. Earlier GPT-4 had a promotional text type of a problem. So GPT-4o, I can see it improved a lot in that particular area. So blog post also it generated better than GPT-4 paid model. Just remember that GPT-4o we are using, that is also available for free for all users. Now let's do something else. Let's see that how image generation is improved. This is one feature I use very often to generate thumbnails of my videos, and let's see how it comes up with. Again, if I go to a new chat and there GPT-4o is selected, and if I paste a ready-made prompt which I normally use, you can see it's a very detailed prompt where I'm asking ChatGPT to generate an image for me. Let's see how it works. And if I hit enter, then it will start generating the image, and let's see how it comes up with. You can see it generated the image, but there are a couple of problems. I asked for an 16:9 aspect ratio image, but it gave me a square image, which is something not good. Earlier we got a better result. Now if I again change the model, and let's see how it comes up with. So this is using 4o, and if I go again here and select GPT-4, one thing to see here, GPT 3.5 is not selected, it's grayed out because GPT 3.5 cannot generate images. So if I click on GPT-4 and let's see how it generates a new image, then we'll be able to understand the differences. Let's see. Here you can see it did a better job than 4o. So in the image generation, GPT-4 is still better than 4o. I was also doing same research before recording this video. Let me show you very quickly what happened there also, so that you will be able to understand the differences. Here you can see I asked for a 16:9 ratio image and it generated. Also I asked that person should be holding an Excel sheet, that is there, but the earlier image you can see it added that Excel sheet in the background of the image, so it could not follow the prompt. Now this is the image earlier I generated. You can see this is using 4, and if I go back, this was using 4o. Here using 4o, it generated the 16:9 ratio image, but you can see this is more of a not a realistic image. So it seems like a cartoon image, right? And but if I go to the next one, here this is more realistic because I asked for a photorealistic image. So you can see that I mentioned this image is not photorealistic, please regenerate. Then it regenerated. You can see here also it was using 4o, and this was not photorealistic. It was kind of a cartoon type of a theme. So that's why I asked for an additional prompt, and then also it regenerated this image, which was still not photorealistic. So in the image generation, I would say still GPT-4 old model is doing much better than 4o. Now let's test something else. This time I would like to test it. How can it analyze different photos or visuals? So what I've done, I took this particular graph image from OpenAI site only. You can see this particular graph, there are multiple different colors and performance of different models here. So if I go back to ChatGPT and I go to a new chat again, and currently I'm in 4o and I paste this particular image. I already copied in the clipboard, so I just pasted it here. So what I'll do, I'll give a prompt, please analyze this image and give me insight, and let's see how it comes up with. So it is now analyzing, it's giving me a details on text that what are this particular image talks about, so what are the results, and it's giving me all required details here. Now you can see it generated the full details. It gave what are the models we are talking about here, what are the results, and which are the areas, what are the percentage, everything. And then at the end, it gave a key insight also. And overall, there is a summary also. Overall, GPT-4 and Claude 3 Opus are most consistently high performing models across these evolution metrics. So it gave a complete details here. Now again, let's see how GPT-4 does in this particular prompt itself. So if I select GPT-4 again, now let's see how it comes up with. You can see it gave required details, and I can see that it covered in a different way, but the structure and the formatting of the representation of the data of 4o was much better. It talked about that what other models are being compared, all those parameters, and later it gave some key insight and along with a final verdict of the summary. But if we go to this particular one with generated with GPT-4, you can see it's more of a very shorter summary, and where it also talked about which of the models are being compared, all those parameters, everything, but it's a different representation. But I would still say that 4o did it better here also, so that except image generation, 4o is still doing better, right? So we use ChatGPT for different purposes, right? So that's why I selected some of the common usage, what we all may use, at least it's very true for me. That's why I'm checking on those aspects. Now let's test how it is doing on the code generation, because I think that's another very common use case when people use ChatGPT, right? So if I paste another prompt here, write a PowerPoint macro that creates a PowerPoint deck on how to get most out of ChatGPT. Let's hit enter and let's see how it comes up with. And then what we'll do, we will paste this particular text in another PowerPoint, and there we'll see how it works. You can see this particular code is being generated. Now it generated this code here, and let me copy it from here. It also shown me that how can I use this particular code in PowerPoint. I published another video earlier on this particular topic. You can check the link in the description below, where I covered this end to end, how you can generate PowerPoint presentations using this particular method. So now I opened PowerPoint, and if I press Alt and F11, then this particular BVA console will open. There I need to right click and insert. I need to click on module, and there I just need to paste the code which was generated by ChatGPT. And now if I click on this run, it generated one presentation. While this is a very basic PowerPoint, in my other video I covered that how you can beautify it also. You can check that link in the description below. But it generated this PowerPoint presentation. So using the macro, it generated. So now this is able to generate the code. Now let's see how GPT-4 is doing here, because this was generated using 4o. And again, if I scroll down and then go and click on GPT-4, it will again regenerate this code for us. GPT-4 also now generated the code. Let me copy and I'll open another PowerPoint again. Here also I'll press Alt and F11, and there similarly I will add another module, and I'll paste the code, and then I'll click on the run button. Now you can see it's asking me to save. I'll click on run. It also created the presentation. You can see while it's not that detailed which GPT-4o did, it only added one bullet point in each of the slide. I can see that it generated the code properly. However, on the detailing part, that what are the additional details are required in each of the slide, that can be improved a lot. However, we were testing the code generation. I can see it's neck to neck against GPT-4 and GPT-4o. I would say this is similar as of now as per this particular test. I'll still record another detailed video where we'll dig deeper and we'll be doing a comprehensive testing. But as of now, this is neck to neck in these two models. Now, another final testing I would like to perform, that is on the research, because we all use ChatGPT to research on some of other topics, right? It may be to understand something more or for other purposes. So let's see how it's working for the both models. So if I again paste another prompt, how could artificial intelligence potentially disrupt the IT industry? Identify specific use cases, potential benefits and challenges, also provide links to the relevant articles or reports. And if I hit enter, now it's first of all generating using GPT-4o. Currently you can see it's searching the web and it's browsing, and it's searched in 5 different sites and it's coming up with the result. So it generated the content now. The specific use cases is talked about, that how generative AI can be used in IT field. There are AI in cybersecurity, AI in operations. It also gave related links from where it found all those details. You can see there are links. If I go here, so there's one site from IBM, one from MIT, all those things are there. Now let's regenerate using the other model, that is GPT-4, and see what the difference is. Currently it is also searching the web, and because both GPT-4 and 4 have web access enabled, in GPT 3.5 it's not there. So currently it's browsing. Again, it also searched 5 different sites and it's coming up with the responses. The generation is a bit slow than 4o, as we also saw earlier cases. However, it's coming up with all details. Now this is also completed the generation. It also generated in the similar way, specific use cases, potential benefits, challenges, everything it's talked about. It also gave couple of references. However, both of this particular model are searched for 5 different sites and it only gave 2 or 3 references. Here I can see the text, but it's not linked with anything. While it's a clickable one, but it's not going anywhere. But these are the 3 clickable links using which I can check on those particular sites also. And if I click on that, it will open, so that to ensure that it's not hallucinating and this is an actual site. Yes, it is an actual site. So that's why if we see that both way, again, it's a neck to neck, I would say. Similar type of details have been generated using both models. So we now just checked GPT-4 paid model and 4o, which is currently available for free with a cap on the usage limitation. We can see there are certain things where GPT-4o is doing better. Image generation, GPT-4 is still doing better, and in the code generation and the research point is neck to neck. So this is a very quick comparison between these 2 models. But please note, GPT-4 is a paid one. You need to pay $20 per month to get access to that. But compared to that, GPT-4o, it came up with good references, good features. If you only have that image generation requirement, then maybe GPT-4 is doing good. For all other cases, GPT-4o should suffice your requirement, which is absolutely for free. So this is all about it. And if you want to know more about how to use GPT-4o end to end, then check out this video where I covered all new features of ChatGPT and everything you want to know while using GPT-4o. Please check out this video to know more about it.